How many exercises should I be doing during a workout? That's a great question. So it depends if you're new to the gym or if you've been going to the gym for a while. Because if you're new to the gym, you might only want to do 4 or 5 exercises, get in the gym and get out and maybe go 3 times a week. If you're, been going to the gym for a while, it might look more like, 4 to 10 exercises and then working out 6 days a week. But it kind of depends on, how new you are to the gym and what you're capable of. So what is the right number then? So the number of exercises you should be doing during a workout, in reality, it's like how many can you do and stay consistent with? And that could be, you could do 10 workouts, but the point is there's not that many, there are a lot of workouts, like that's the thing, in a broad range, but there's only so many lines of pull that your body does. Like say there's a pushing movement, there's a pulling movement, there's an overhead push movement, there's an overhead kind of pull movement, there's a squat, which is like bending at the hips and activating the quads more, and then there's a bend and lift that's more of like a deadlift. So my point is, there's a lot of there's a lot of different, exercises, but there's not a lot of different modalities or like movements your body does. So the point is, if you were to max out and do, 10 workouts a day, you're going to be overlapping a lot of workouts. So the point is, I would be more patient with it and choose a few workouts that work certain muscle groups and group them together to make sure that you're not going to, do a bunch of bicep work, like a bunch of rows and, bicep curls. I know a lot of people do back and bicep and chest and tricep. What I like to do now that I've been doing this long enough is actually have them alternate, meaning do, a chest workout and then a back workout, and then do something that's not going to affect the biceps or triceps so you can really utilize that lift and not just burn yourself out. But the point is, how many lifts in a workout? I would say 4 to 5 workouts, like exercises during a workout. Like if you go, today, only do 4 or 5 workouts in 4 or 5 sets, not 4 or 5 sets, 4 sets, and make sure you're getting the most out of each rep versus trying to do everything. Because if you're trying to do everything, you're going to burn out. What if I'm brand new to the gym? So if you're brand new to the gym, honestly, I personally, there's a lot of different information online, but what I would do is I would do a bench press, I would do a bent over row, I'd do a squat, I'd do a deadlift, I'd do something for the core, even crunches. And that's the thing, there's some stuff online saying crunches aren't good. I've been doing this long enough. The way you get the best abs, doing crunches. If it starts to hurt your back, do some, planks too. Do some planks also, but my point is crunches are fine. But yeah, what I would do is some of those compound lifts, you're gonna hit a lot of different muscle groups, and you can do those 3 times a week and make sure you give yourself at least a day in between. That's gonna give you a good baseline, and then from there, start doing the complementary work on bicep curls or triceps. You can honestly like incorporate those a little bit because biceps are real fun to work, triceps are real fun to work. But the point is, if the strict bare minimum, I would just do compound lifts, and you're gonna get a really good base. So yeah, what if I've been working out for a while then? So if you've been working out for a while, that's where I would, like I was saying before, I would implement the accessory work where I'd have some more bicep curls, tricep stuff, maybe even some lateral raises and stuff like that. But again, that would give you the ability to add more stuff to those days. So you could do 6 to 7, 8 workouts, exercises during a workout day. But the point is, I would focus as a beginner on the compound lifts, and as you become more of I almost said an adult, but like a experienced lifter, I would add in more of that accessory work and, break up those days a little differently, and maybe even and even lower the rep ranges a little bit, but that's a different story. So you would just do more workouts, and because your body's gonna develop more bandwidth and you're not gonna feel as tired because your body's built strength and endurance over time. So more isn't always better. So that's a loaded question because more for a beginner isn't probably better, but as you become better at working out and become more experienced, more is better. But the point is, too much is too much. That's the point. It's a weird gray area because more essentially is better, but will your body allow more? Probably not at a certain point, because if you're working out 7 days a week and doing 20 exercises a day and overlapping, unless you're on some performance enhancing drugs, you're gonna get burnt out. And that's the thing. And the other thing is, if you aren't getting burnt out, that's okay too. I was gonna say, at a certain point, you might not be working hard enough, but then at the other point, I even tell clients all the time, there's no need to be sore all the time. I honestly think that it's smart to go 85%. So go 85% every time you go to the gym. Don't make yourself feel like you have to go, 100%. So technically, how do I put this? I would go 100% every time you go to the gym, but every day it might not be your PR 100%. You need to go 100% for that day. And if that's just showing up at the gym and doing a few bicep curls and you feel like, man, I'm not feeling it today, but you're gonna go tomorrow and you hold yourself to it, that was 100% for that day. So the point is, if we can get further away from that and get to 85%, 80 to 85% max every day, you're going to go long term. You're not going to get any injuries. You're going to be able to, work out until you're 100 or 120. Nowadays we're probably going to live to 120. So if you're, working out and eating healthy. But the point is, there's no. Hold on. What was the question? So no, doing more is not always better, but you should always strive for the best version of yourself and the best version or the best output you can without getting burnt out. And the best version of you is not burnt out, because if you're burnt out, you're not able to give your all. And I'm sorry if this video is kind of a rant, like a lot of this stuff sounded like very ranty. The point is, I'm trying to do videos that are more, open and less scripted, so you guys can get to know me a little bit more, so you don't feel like I'm just a random person online. I'm a guy, and I, train, and yeah, you can sign up with me and everything like that, and we can, you can ask your own questions and I'll be able to answer them for you. So if you like this video, I'll do some more of that and maybe put some questions in the comments and I'll answer those. Thanks so much. Peace.